Some people think that power gives them the right to step on others. But usually, the people they step on are the ones holding them up. I don't think you heard me the first time, Thomas. I said get out. Thomas stood there, his voice trembling. Ms. Elara, please. It is raining outside. My shift isn't over for another 2 hours. I just need to finish mopping the floor. She interrupted him, disgusted. You need to finish leaving. Look at you. You are staining my floor. You smell like grease and failure. Thomas looked down at his hands. They were calloused and shaking. I have worked in this building since before it was yours. Since before you were born. I only have 3 months left until my pension kicks in. If you fire me now, I lose everything. She stood up, towering over him. That sounds like a you problem. We are rebranding. We need a fresh image. And frankly, looking at you makes me lose my appetite. She flicked a check toward him. It landed on the wet floor. There is your severance. 2 weeks. Take it and go. Ms. Elara, please. I have nowhere else to go. She didn't listen. Security, escort him out. And throw that bucket in the trash. It smells as bad as he does. The guards dragged him backward. He reached for the check on the floor, but he missed it. The heavy glass doors slammed shut in his face. She threw him away like garbage. But she had forgotten one thing. Garbage is what you throw out. Treasure is what you keep. And Thomas was holding on to a treasure she had been looking for her entire life. Thomas didn't care about the money. He didn't care about the pension for himself. He needed it to keep a promise. He sat on the wet bench at the bus stop. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a plastic sandwich bag. Inside was not money, but an old, yellowed piece of newspaper and a small, faded pink ribbon. I am sorry, he whispered to himself. I failed. I tried to stay close, but I failed. Thomas wasn't always a janitor. 18 years ago, he was the king of the road, a long-haul trucker with a strong back and a full heart. He didn't have a family of his own. The road was his companion. Until that one cold December night, he had pulled into a dark, deserted rest stop. He saw a box near the dumpster. He thought it was a stray cat, maybe a raccoon. But when he opened that box, his life changed forever. Inside, wrapped in thin paper, was a crying baby. He scooped her up. He unzipped his heavy jacket and placed the baby against his chest to warm her. I got you, he whispered. You are safe now. Old Thomas has got you. He took that baby to the hospital. He waited in the lobby for 6 hours, until the doctors said she would live. He wanted to adopt her. He begged the social workers. But a single truck driver who lived on the road? The state said no. They said she needed a proper home. So, he let her go. He watched from a distance as she was adopted by a wealthy couple. He watched that couple pass away in a plane crash 10 years later. He watched the little girl grow up in boarding schools, becoming colder, harder, and lonely. He took the janitor job at her company 5 years ago, just to be near her, just to make sure the hallways she walked in were clean, just to make sure her trash was emptied. He never spoke to her. He just wanted to watch over the life he saved. Lord, I don't mind being hungry, he prayed. But how can I watch over her if I can't even get inside the building? She has turned into someone hard. Lord, but I know her heart is still the one I felt beating against my chest that night. She saw a dirty old man. He saw the daughter he never had. And now, thanks to her cruelty, he would never see her again. She was doing all of this for her family. But she had no idea that her sacrifice was about to be mocked by the one person who could help her. If you believe kindness should always be rewarded, press the like button now. The next morning, Thomas walked into the lobby. He wasn't wearing his uniform. He was wearing his Sunday best, a suit that was 20 years out of style. He clutched the plastic bag to his chest. A guard stepped forward. Hey, you can't be in here, Thomas. You are banned. I just need to give her something, please. It is her birthday. Elara turned around. Her smile vanished. I thought I made myself clear yesterday, she snapped. You are trespassing. Do you want me to call the police? Is that how you want to spend your retirement? In a cell? I don't want my job back. Ms. Elara, I just know today is your birthday. I wanted to give you this. He held out the dirty, crinkled sandwich bag. The investors around her snickered. Elara turned bright red. Is this a joke? You think I want your trash? It is not trash, he said softly. It is where you came from. She swiped her hand violently, knocking the bag out of his grip. Slap. The bag hit the floor. It slid across the polished marble, stopping right at the feet of the head investor. Get him out of here. Now. The guards grabbed Thomas roughly. One of them twisted his arm behind his back. Wait, please. Just look at it. I don't want to look at it. She screamed. I don't want to look at you. You are a stain on my life. He didn't fight back. He didn't curse her. He just looked at her with eyes full of sorrow. Not for himself, but for her. The head investor, Mr. Sterling, looked down at the plastic bag at his feet. Curiosity got the better of him. He bent down and picked it up. He pulled out the yellowed newspaper clipping. Elara, wait. She was busy dusting off her suit. I am so sorry about that, Mr. Sterling. Security is usually much tighter. No. Elara, look at this. The tone in his voice made her stop. What is that? Mr. Sterling read aloud. The infant, found in a box at a rest stop on Route 66, was identified by a unique strawberry-shaped birthmark on her right wrist. The room went silent. Involuntarily, Elara's left hand grabbed her right wrist. She covered the cuff of her expensive blouse. That is impossible, she whispered. There is a photo here too, Sterling said. A Polaroid. He handed her a small photo that fell out of the bag. It showed a young trucker holding a baby in a hospital room. He was smiling, exhausted but proud. Elara looked at the photo. Then she looked at the man being dragged out the door. The eyes were the same. The smile was the same. Wait. Stop. She screamed at this time. Her voice cracked. Let him go? She ran. She forgot her dignity. She forgot her heels. She almost tripped as she sprinted across the lobby. The realization hit her like a freight train. The man she called trash. The man she fired. The man she humiliated. He wasn't just a janitor. He was the reason she was breathing. She grabbed his hands. She looked at his face, really looked at him for the first time. It was you? Thomas straightened his jacket. He looked tired, but he smiled gently. I didn't want to upset you, ma'am. I just kept the clipping. It was the best day of my life. Finding you. You have been here for 5 years? I just wanted to make sure you were okay, that you were safe. When you got adopted, I lost track of you. But then I saw you in a magazine. I saw the birthmark. I knew I had to come and watch over you. Tears streamed down her face. She looked at the newspaper in her hand, then back at the old man. I treated you like dirt. I fired you. He shrugged softly. You are the boss. You did what you thought was right for the company. No. I was cruel. I was a monster. She dropped to her knees, right there in the lobby. The CEO, kneeling on the dirty floor in front of the janitor. I am so sorry. I didn't know. I felt so alone my whole life. I thought no one wanted me. Thomas reached down. His rough, calloused hand touched her hair gently. You were never unwanted, child. I wanted you. I loved you from the second I opened that box. I have loved you every day since. At that moment, he realized the truth. The regret on his face said everything. If this reveal shocked you, please subscribe to join our family for more stories like this. Elara stood up, helping Thomas steady himself. She turned to the security guards. Get your hands off him. If you ever touch him again, you are fired. She turned to the investors. She wiped her face. The meeting is canceled. I have a lunch date with my father. Thomas's jaw dropped slightly. The word father hung in the air. Ma'am, you don't have to. Don't call me ma'am. Call me Elara. And yes, I do. Elara didn't just give Thomas his job back. She gave him his life back. But more importantly, she gave him a place in hers. A few weeks later, there was a new desk next to hers. The plaque read, Thomas, honorary consultant. She bought him a house, not as charity, but so he would have a place for Sunday dinners. They stood together at the old rest stop on Route 66, looking at the spot where the dumpster used to be. You saved me twice, Thomas, she said. You saved me from the cold when I was a baby, and you saved me from becoming a cold-hearted woman when I was an adult. Thomas put his arm around her. God puts people where they need to be, Elara. I was just the driver. He was the navigator. Elara learned that you can't judge a person by the clothes they wear or the job they do, because sometimes the person cleaning your floor is the same person who washed your soul. He learned that money can buy a house, but it cannot buy a home. What would you have done if you were in his shoes? Tell us in the comments below.